Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Insight Fridays. I am Yvonne Miles and the founder of Vibrantly Living You. Vibrantly Living You. We are a health and wellness lifestyle movement. I used to say a company, but no, this is all about a movement. We stand for you claiming health so vibrant, it's as though you're aging backwards. Because I think that's really possible. It is possible to feel as though you are aging backwards, to feel as though you have the ability to walk on a path toward enthusiasm and radiant health. I know because that's what I'm living through each and every time. Good health, it's no accident. If we've learned anything over the last year, it is that health is probably the most precious thing that you will ever experience. And so it's important to not take it for granted. It's important to remain focused and purposeful over your health and to give it your full attention and focus. And that's what we're all about here at Vibrantly Living You. So I commend you for being here or for watching the replay. Hello, if you're joining us on Vibrantly Living You, or if you're in our private group, Vibrantly Yours. Leave us a comment. Let us know what is up for you so that we can be here for you and help you bring that attention and focus to your life, to your health. And that sense of intentionalness is what we do here at Vibrantly Living You. We do it with these weekly live chats. We do it with our master classes, our coaching packages, with our trainings, and with our programming. So you're very much a part of that. And we want to stay connected with you because we want it to be easy and natural. Easy and natural to be able to claim that health and to make it intentional for you. So last week, we laid the groundwork for a fresh new way to think about and to view your health. And that was through the lens of the chakra system. It's almost a blueprint for your health. And that's the way I'm approaching it for the rest of this year. And it's already really making some big changes in how I show up, how I get out of bed every single morning. So let me give you a quick recap in case you're not familiar with the chakra system. You can think of first of all, chakra is a Sanskrit word and it means wheel. So I like that, the wheel of life. And you can think of it as corresponding to your endocrine system, your system of hormones and neurotransmitters in the body, but also the intersection of those major energy meridians and the organs in your body. So from an East-West medicine philosophy, this is one way of seeing where those two different kinds of philosophies interact and meet. And we can learn a lot by thinking of the chakra system in a symbolic way or using it as that blueprint. It can be a portal through which you view life's challenges, but it can also be a key to give you an idea of how to approach those challenges, of how to invite in different solutions that can meet you wherever it is that you are. So for the month of March, speaking of chakras, you may as well start at the beginning. So I'm starting with the root chakra. There's actually a name for it. It's called Muladhara. And the colors for it tend to be red, brown, or maroon. So yeah, I'm wearing red, brown today. And Muladhara, or chakra 1, the root chakra, which is located, think of it there at your tailbone, your sacrum, stands for safety and security, for survival, and for groundedness. And that's something I'm sure that all of us seek. Well, we need to have it, right? Because if you don't have those things, then it's really impossible to move forward in your life. If you don't have those things, then chances are you're going to be feeling anxious and stressed out all the time. And we know that there's a huge impact on anxiety and stress on health. There's no way you can achieve vibrant health if you're constantly anxious and stressed out about life. You really can't focus on anything except that which is causing the anxiety or the stress, let alone, I mean, forget trying to be intentional about your health. So that's why we want to start at the beginning, at the root, and look at ways that we can move beyond for, diagnose, determine what the cause of anxiety and stress is, but then move beyond it. And that is why I am so excited about my special guest. She's sitting there very, very patiently. I'm going to introduce her in just a moment, but her name is Rachel Cooley, and she's got a really special way to help us learn ways to seek support when we are feeling anxious or stressed out. Now, a quick word, be sure to stay until the end because Rachel is going to share with us some information about how we can get more of what she has, and you're going to want more of what she has. But also, I'm going to share, I'm going to reveal something new that I'm adding into these weekly lives, and it is called the Chakra Food and the Chakra Move of the Week. So be sure to stay into the end when Rachel tells us more about her offerings and I reveal that chakra food and chakra move of the week. Of course, I have to do that because nutrition and movement, I've always said it, the two biggest tools in your toolkit for intentional health. So I want to keep them in the picture and in top of your mind. Okay, so now here's the moment that we've all been waiting for. It gives me great pleasure to welcome. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and bring you onto the screen so we can get a really good look at you. And this is Rachel Cooley. She is an angel therapy practitioner and an angel mentor with 22 years of experience. She connects her clients with their angels, angelic support, and assists them in receiving their messages and their healing energy. We all need healing energy. She also empowers and teaches her clients how to connect with their angels on a daily basis. So you can make it a daily practice, a daily lifestyle practice, so that you can get messages that will help relieve you, her clients, of anxiety, of stress, of worries, and fears. And Rachel also has an angel certification program. So if you want to take a deeper dive into that, you can. And it's called Your Miraculous Life. And she's also a co-author. Rachel, I had no idea you had all of this bubbling up, but she is also the co-author of the inspiring book called 365 Days of Angel Prayers. I think I need that book. And she has a YouTube channel where she shares her uplifting weekly angel card reading videos. So I want to make sure that you are, there you go, that you are off mute. Yes, we're not off mute. Okay. And so welcome.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. I am thrilled and so happy to be here with you all today. This is a wonderful opportunity.
Lovely. So, I really had never thought very much about the angels. I'd heard about them here and there, but it was all like, yeah. And then I got into this training program with you that we've been in for the last few years and about building our businesses. And I just love the way you radiate there's such a healing aura about you. You're so magnetic. And it's really made me wonder, okay, is there something about this angel business that I'm not getting? Tell us more about it. How did you start to work with the angels, and what attracted you into this type of work?
Yes, what attracted me into this? So I would say it's like a twofold answer there, Yvonne. I would say prior to my journey with the angels and being really led down that path, I was introduced to spirituality by my mother.
Oh.
In my late 20s, early 30s, she took me to a number of spiritual talks and gave me spiritual books. And I started really getting into spirituality. And through that path of spirituality, I started to receive, and it was no accident, books about angels from loved ones for gifts. And and then from that path, I was reading the books here and there, but continuing on with my life. And then a coworker of mine, after I got out of a relationship that was not serving me anymore, she recommended another angel book to me that I hadn't purchased yet. I got it, I loved it, and that just like set me on my path. And that same year was 1999. I started getting certified by a woman at the time named Doreen, and I got certified in working with the angels. So it all culminated into that year of 99. It was
Mm,
really powerful.
okay.
Yes.
So there are lots of breadcrumbs along the way,
Lots of breadcrumbs.
lots of nurturing, yeah, through the books
Yes.
and the like. So, but to just even get down into the kernel of it, why do you even believe in angels?
The reason I believe in angels is I believe that they are the messengers of God. I believe and know that they're the messengers of God. And I have had a number of experiences in my life, Yvonne, where I know that my angels were guiding me, saving me, protecting me. Because there were times where I was literally in a position where I was in a life and death threatening situation, and they intervened and they helped me get out of it. One particular one, and we can talk about in a little bit, but that I had these experiences that happened
Mhm.
and opportunities and synchronicities that fell into place, and there was a theme of angels
Mhm.
and a theme of me getting signs and confirmation that they really were with me. It wasn't just this great idea or a fantasy. It's like I had tangible evidence in my life that they were very real and really supporting me.
Okay, tangible evidence really important. So, how is it that they? Well, let me ask you this first. Why should other people believe in it? I mean, I understand that you've gone through this process of being nurtured from your mother and the books and the like, but why should
Yes.
us? Why should the rest of us?
Yes. So for all of us, and I would say, of course, it's a call in your own heart, right? It's a call in your own heart. But I would love to inspire you to consider that you have divine angels that are always with you, always protecting you and watching over you. We all have two or more guardian angels, Yvonne, that are by our sides our entire lives,
Yeah.
whether or not you've been aware of this before,
Okay.
but they are there. They're here to help you and protect you. And the invitation that I would love to put out there for you even to experiment with them is to start asking them and giving them permission to help you, because they work with free will as the universe, the divine God does. We need to give them permission in order to receive their help. And I want to explain where I'm coming from when I talk about angels. I'm coming from like a non-denominational place, not connected necessarily to a particular religion or a spiritual path, although they are in the major religions of the world. But they love us no matter what, whether or not we follow a particular path or not does not matter. They love us completely and unconditionally. They are here to help us in our lives. They're here to guide us and to bring us blessings. And so, from this constant relationship, as I describe, it's like being on a team and like tossing the ball to the other player. It's like we can toss the ball to them of like, please help me. Please help me with this situation. Please help me to release this stress or anxiety. And they come through in beautiful ways.
Mm, mm. That just makes my heart melt. You said something that everybody is born with two guardian angels protecting them. So, are they the same angels, or does everybody have their own?
Great question. So we all have our own angels that are here to support us in our lives. And we all have two or more. So we can even be more than two. And they're here to support us. And there's an infinite number of angels as they come from the loving thoughts of God. And God is always thinking loving thoughts. So there's infinite angels, but we do have specific angels, Yvonne, that are assigned to us for our entire lives. So if this is a brand new idea today, right? I would love to invite you, as I said a little bit ago, just to check it out and just like experiment, like say, hey, angels, are you really there? If you are, can you give me a sign and
Yeah.
see how they bring it?
Okay. Well, this is called Fresh Insight Fridays, and so, we're open to those fresh insights.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So, tell us a little bit more about how your angels help.
Yes. Our angels help us, Yvonne, with anything and everything. Anything from, as we're talking about our theme today of releasing stress and anxiety, there are incredible resources to help relieve us and lift us up from stress, anxiety, self doubt, fears, and worries. That was the number one thing that I was so grateful for my angels to help me with when I first started on my seriously on my path of the angels, was to help me to get through those times of such stress and fear and anxiety and worrying, like ruminating worries. They are amazing at helping us through those experiences and helping us to let them go.
Mm-hmm.
And they are patient with us with that, right? Because I really believe that since we're human, right? We're in a human body. We have this balance of our ego mind, which tends to go towards fear, and our centered, peaceful, loving place, mind, body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons I love to share about the angels, is because they can help us so much on the day to day and help us through all these events. The
Mm-hmm.
angels, your angels can also help you with finding what you're looking for, helping you, whether it's a lost object, helping you to find soulmate, job, you name it. And they are also here to help us to be more on our purpose, more aligned with our purpose, to bring us blessings into all those that we will be serving, and to bring prosperity through that as well.
You just speak so beautifully and eloquently and enthusiastically about the angels. It's just so I don't know, so inspiring.
Thank
So
you,
I
Yvonne.
guess I guess if you're still a skeptic, maybe one easy way to practice would be to say, say if you've lost your car keys, and just say, "Okay, angels, can you help me find my car keys?"
Yeah. And they will come through, even if it's said like that. You know what I mean? It could even be, if you're there, can you help me?
Yeah, yeah. I remember one time thinking that I was running late for an appointment and just saying, I need to have a parking space really close. And suddenly somebody was pulling out,
That is awesome, Yvonne. That's actually one of the ways they can help us, is with parking.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so um, maybe can you even share something like a client story, or some specific ways in which you feel the presence of your angels?
Yes. I've got a couple different client stories around that. One, um, basically, it was a client who was not happy in her job, in her particular position in her work.
Mhm.
And with the help from the angels, because she really wanted to find something different.
Mhm.
So, and she also had been on this path for a while prior to that, but when our work together amplified her calling upon that help. But she prayed, she asked, she prayed, she put it out there to God and the angels to help her to find her right next job. And they did come through with that for her and helped her to segue out of a job that was very unhealthy and toxic, with it like a not a happy relationship with her boss,
Yeah,
to a much better position,
yeah.
and to help her just to shift out of that and into feeling the blessings and the light surround her in that transition process.
Mm.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that is very, very important. And you just hit on some really major themes there. She was not feeling comfortable in her job. And we talked
Yes,
last week when we first introduced the root chakra about career, and are you in the right place? And because that is for so many of us the underpinning of feeling safe and secure, and providing for our basic needs. So career, job, and I'm sure that not looking forward to going into a toxic work environment is going to create a lot of stress and anxiety. So, you know,
seriously.
kudos to her for having found you, and you to give her that sense of trust, in in being able to work with her angels to get her through that situation. So,
Yes.
having laid that groundwork, is it possible for us to have an experience with you?
Yes, it is possible. It is possible. Thank you so much for that invitation. So, since our theme is along the lines of releasing stress and anxiety, I invite each one of us, whether you're here or on the replay, to in this moment think about three things, three situations, worrying thoughts that are going through your mind. Let's just go within. Thinking about three things, dear ones, that you would love to lift up and hand over to the divine, to your angels. So, as we land into this beautiful moment, taking in a new, fresh breath in, gently exhaling out, I invite for each one of us here right now or later on the replay, we invite for each one of us, for our dear guardian angels to join us right here, right now, in this beautiful moment, enfolding us in your wings of light, enfolding us in your white healing light as well. And as you think about that first fear, worry, or concern that you would love to let go of, everyone, I invite you to imagine it. You can even literally open up your hand, the hand that you write with, and imagine that fear, worry, or concern in your hand. And I invite you, as you breathe in and out with your breath and intention, you can think this or say this, whatever you want to do. Thank you, angels, for taking this from me, and lift it up to them. The situation, whatever it is, and literally lift it up, let it go. And as you exhale out, I invite you to gently place your hand back down, breathing in and exhaling out as we think about the second situation or worry or fear that we would love to let go of and release to our angels and thus to the divine, to God. Again, opening up your hands. And I want to add that if that first release is not fully released, you can do that one again. And gently lifting your hand up and either thinking or saying, thank you, angels, for taking this from me. Literally letting it go as you breathe in and exhale out as your angels enfold you again in their unconditionally loving white lights. Breathing in, exhaling out, noticing the shifts within you from those two releases of stress, fear, and anxiety. As you breathe in again, gently exhaling out as we tap into the third release that we would love to hand over and let go of to our angels. Thinking about them right now, lifting your hand up. If you'd like to let go of what you've already let go of, if it's still heavy for you, we'll invite you to do that again and literally lift your hand up with the thought or the words, thank you, angels, for taking this from me. Letting it go. So you breathe in and you gently place your hand down. Exhaling out. Noticing the shifts within you from those releases and knowing that through your literally letting these situations go, and you can always do this again if you need to, right? Because these things can come back up. The literally handing them over to God and your angels is allowing in miracles to come into these situations, resolution and peace.
Mm.
So we thank you, angels, and I welcome you all back here in this moment. How was that for you, Yvonne?
It was it was lovely. You know, I really appreciated the instruction to use my body.
Yes.
You know, the lifting to really embody the gesture.
Yes.
What I noticed from the very first one was, you know, oftentimes I've, you know, been asked or invited to visualize something. And what I envisioned this for that first challenge, I actually felt the weight of it in my hand. It actually did feel like there was substance to it, as opposed to just being, oh yeah, I'm thinking this thought, you know. So that really helped combining it with the gesture of lifting up.
Awesome. That
Yeah.
is awesome, Yvonne. I'm so glad. And I hope you all felt some relief from that experience as well, whether
Yeah.
you're here live or on the replay. That'd be amazing to hear. If we can always, we'll be tracking comments later also.
Absolutely. By the
Yeah.
way, whenever you've seen me looking away, it's because I'm trying to get the Facebook group up here on my iPad. But
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. I know we do a lot of multitasking when we're doing this.
yeah. But I can never seem to get it to show the live video. Oh, there we are. There we are. There we are.
There we
Finally.
are. I have us on too.
Yes, okay, okay. Yeah, so if you were watching it, even if you're watching the replay, definitely
Yes.
drop in a comment or two and let us know how it worked for you and what you felt. I also for a moment just felt this sense of not being alone, that
Oh,
it's gonna be
wonderful.
okay. It's gonna be okay. So thank you for that very much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah, so for those of us like me who are new to the angel experience, when's a good time to call on the angels?
You know what, Yvonne? Anytime and whatever you're guided to, really, it's really anytime. For me, it's if I'm feeling any stress, worry, concern, I'm like, okay, I need to call my angels. And I have to admit, sometimes if I get so stressed, I don't remember to call upon them, even me 22 years later. So I like to have like an angel image in my environment to remind me. So you can
Oh,
call upon them to release stress, worries, concerns, to find a parking spot, to get through to somebody, like with communication, to help you to have the confidence to speak and become more visible, like to, be here online even more in this online space. They can help us as well if we're uncomfortable about having a conversation with somebody. They can
yeah.
help with clear communication as well.
Okay. Ooh.
And with health and healing and prosperity, there's really infinite ways our angels can help us, and protection to help to protect us.
Okay. Yeah. And that's what the root chakra is about. It's all about that protection. And I definitely am going to have you come back then for when we get to chakra 5, which is the throat, and communication. Yeah. Get some angelic health for communication help
I
for
would love that. That would be great.
yeah,
Yes,
proper misaligned communication is the source of a lot of stress. Yeah. So,
for sure.
yeah. So we can just literally hand over all those worries.
Yes, yes, please do. It's amazing. I love that release.
Yeah. So, do you have any other techniques that we would need to know about how to hand over, or was that just
You
all?
could add in as well. Great question, Yvonne. I like to add in like consciously breathing when I'm doing that releasing. I was bringing it in, but to um, um, basically invite the angels to be with you, breathing in their light, exhaling out stress,
Mm-hmm.
breathing in their peace and their unconditional love for you, their healing energy, and exhaling out anything that's out of alignment on any level, whether it's communication, health, fears, worries, and the combination as well with the breath and with the literally handing it up. It's a wonderful combination to
Yeah.
help bring relief. And I want to add, there's no limit to how often we can ask for help or how often we can release a fear or worry or concern to our angels. They are unlimited. They have no time and space restrictions. We're not taking them away from anything, especially our own guardian angels are dedicated to us. And of course, the archangels are here as well, and they can be with everyone simultaneously. So really, it's open. It's open and they're available to help us, and they want to help us. They want to help us. The angels want to bring us more peace, because Yvonne, as each one of us have more peace of mind, that brings more peace and light and love to our world.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's almost a direct connection into mindfulness and into,
Totally.
the union of all of the chakras. So I can see, that connection from, well, all throughout. all-
Yes, I
where-
do too. I feel it so strongly.
Yeah. So breathing in light, breathing in unconditional love, breathing in peace, and exhaling whatever it is that you want to release through.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
unlimited support available to us 24/7
yeah.
from
I
the
really,
divine, from the angels, from God. Yes.
yeah,
The
I really
universe.
like that. There's no time clock. And the
Exactly.
angels
They're
don't
not looking at a clock going, okay, you done releasing yet?
not punching in and out. That's cool. Okay, so miracles. Let's talk about miracles. Do they really happen?
I believe and know that miracles really do happen. And there's different ways of looking at miracles. A miracle, even Yvonne, so profoundly, is a shift in perception. It's a shift in perception away from fears to love, right? I originally learned that, and the angels have amplified it for me as well from A Course in Miracles. And that was that a miracle is a shift from a thoughts based in fear to thoughts based in love.
Mm,
That's a miracle right there, for seeing a situation in a completely different way. And the angels can help us to see our life through their eyes.
oh,
Yeah.
I just got chills.
Did you? I love it.
I did. Yeah, that resonates.
Good. Because
Really.
that is a profound miracle right there, right? Because when we're worried, we're fearful, we're stressful, it takes up so much of our life force energy,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh, and that's what I experienced, a few weeks ago when we had the big freeze here in Texas. When the time that I was spending here in my home with no heat and no water, all I could do was to huddle under the blankets and keep my fingertip, the tip of my nose and my fingertips were cold, but the rest of me was warm. And even though I thought, well, I'll use this time to strategize about my business, or I'm going to go clean out an old closet, it was a no, 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 no.
No, no.
You're focused only on your survival and the fear that came from, what if the heat doesn't come back on? What if I don't have enough stored water? You know, um, the,
Yeah,
I was definitely in that root chakra. And
totally.
yeah, yeah. So having that shift of perception, to have had that would have, I think, been really, really useful.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I know we're starting to get close to end of time, but I still have all of these questions to ask you. So I'm going to start moving through this a little bit quicker.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So you talked about spirituality at the
Yes.
beginning, and if you don't consider yourself a spiritual person, is spirituality needed in order to be able to call on angels?
I believe it's not. But at the same time, it does tend to be that the majority of people that do call upon the angels do have some level of spirituality within their lives or some belief along those lines. But at the same time, Yvonne, if you're open to even like existentially saying, I don't know if anyone's there, but I'd love some help, they
Hmm.
will come through.
Mm,
They will come through. So that's
yeah.
how I would answer that question.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you don't have to be a fanatic of any sort.
No,
Be open.
be open. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Be
Yeah.
open and like, why not explore this amazing resource that's available to us 24/7?
Yeah. If it works, it works, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I invite you to check it out. Like, even start with parking places
Hmm. Well, you did say at the beginning, synchronicity.
and
So
synchronicity.
even if, talk of spirituality is not comfortable for you, or being religious, following a religious practice, if that's not your thing,
Right.
but
It's all
you do
good.
see coincidences and synchronicity happening in your life, then, you can just think of it as that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at that.
Yeah. And you said something about, do they intervene, even if maybe if you don't ask at
They
all?
do. And in those situations, Yvonne, it's a particular very intense situation. Literally, like if it's not your time to leave this world, and you're not literally asking for help, they will intervene. They will help. There's numerous miracle stories of people in particular, with vehicles and cars. And I have a story as well that I can tell briefly, where
Yeah.
literally lives are saved when the time it's not your time.
Tell us about that, please.
So yeah, so I would love to share about that. So back in 1998, I was driving with my mom, and it was November. We were driving. I was driving, and suddenly the road conditions turned really bad, and I suddenly was driving on black ice. And I lost control of the car. My car started sliding on the ice. And my sheer panic, I braked. I know you're not supposed to brake, but that was my instinct. But what happened was a miracle. A calm feeling, Yvonne, came over my body. And I heard a female voice in my left ear. And she said, "Get your foot off the brake." And it was amazing. It was time slow down. And I briefly thought, what? Get your foot off the brake. I got my foot off the brake, and miraculously, I went over 2 lanes safely without bumping any cars, without hitting another car, got over all the way to the right shoulder, perfectly safe, and ended up in a snowbank. But like it was reasonable to get out. Um, and we were saved. It was a total miracle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I believe she helped me to steer as well, because it was like, how did I get from there to there when I stopped braking?
Oh my goodness. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. Yeah, I know. It's like, woo, Goosebump City.
See the goosebumps on my arms. That's
Yeah, so that is the total example of when it's not your time, they will intervene.
okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this is all so fascinating, Rachel. I'm wondering, um, because you, you had me at hello, but
Love it, Yvonne.
yeah, but how can we learn more about beginning a relationship or deepening the relationship with angels?
Oh, thanks for asking. So I have a group here on Facebook, and it is called Angel Sisterhood with Rachel Cooley. We'll be putting the link below our comments. Angel Sisterhood with Rachel Cooley. And in this group, I have an upcoming Angel Masterclass series, Yvonne, to learn more about how the angels can support you in your life. And my upcoming event there is going to be the week of March 29th. So it's in a couple weeks. And it is called Step into Your Purpose and Prosperity with the Angels. So
Ah,
that is happening coming up, and you can join my sisterhood for that. I also go live as well on Fridays after Yvonne. So you can watch Yvonne and then you can watch Rachel and our Angel Sisterhood. And I do lives every Friday where we tap into the angels. I share more about them, and we do a prayer with them as well on Fridays. But the masterclass series is going to be a wonderful free opportunity to learn more about the angels and how they can support you in your life overall, and how they can help you with your purpose and with bringing in more prosperity to you in your life.
okay. And I think you just said the operative word there was free for this master
It
class.
is free. It
Okay.
is free.
And how long is it going? You said it's a
It's
series.
going to be 5 days. We're going to be every day at 2 p.m. Pacific, the 29th of March through April 2nd in my Angel Sisterhood with Rachel Cooley group. So that's there. And you can also find me on my website at rachelcooley.com. So there's a couple ways, but the Angel Sisterhood is a great way for more interaction, especially since we're here on Facebook. So if you're here on Facebook, check me out in my Angel Sisterhood with Rachel Cooley.
Okay. And you said 2 p.m. Pacific, which
2
is
p.m. Pacific. So that's going to be 4 p.m. Central.
4 p.m. Central for 5 days in a row. Okay, I'm going to go take a look at my calendar and see if I can block that out. So
That would
lots of
be awesome. That would be
yeah.
awesome. And of course, replays will be available. Yes.
Oh, okay, even better, even better. So, oh, it looks like Rachel has frozen on us for just a second. I'm sure she'll come back. But just to recap, um, look in
Um,
the comments for Vibrant at Vibrantly Living You.
Sorry,
And
I glitched a little bit there, but I'm here.
yes, I said you would come back. I'm just going back over all the ways to connect with you. Yeah, so we've posted a link to Rachel's Facebook group, the Sisterhood, Angel Sisterhood with Rachel Cooley. So look, it's out there right
Yes.
now. We'll post it again underneath this video so that you can see it easily. And her masterclass series is coming up, and it's about receiving your angelic support so that you can step into your purpose and prosperity. 5 days starting at 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific,
That's right.
29 to April 2nd.
That's right.
And the best part of it is that it is free, 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 free.
Yes.
And, and even more, if you want to just tap in on a weekly basis, Rachel goes live on Facebook in her sisterhood group right after we finish. So that's one reason we're
Exactly.
going to tie this up, because she's, oh my God, she's got,
We're doing good right now.
yeah, so lots of reasons to get into that sisterhood group. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so Rachel, I just want to say thank you
Oh,
for bringing your wisdom and your love and passion and knowledge about the angels as a tool. Well, bringing that information, bringing that to us, bringing you to us, but also awakening this possibility for finding ways to relieve stress and worry and fear and toxicity and everything else so that you can get grounded in that.
yes, exactly.
So,
Exactly. It has been such an honor, Yvonne. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. And I want to remind you, let's check out what your root chakra food and movement is.
of course, yes, that was next. I was not going to get away from
That
that.
was good. I was going to say, let's make sure we get that in too, because I would love to know myself.
Okay,
Thank you again, Yvonne. This has been incredible. So good.
you are definitely coming back. You are definitely coming back. I'm gonna get you in the schedule. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so um, the root or the chakra food of the week today is carrots. Carrots, yeah, who knew carrots? Yeah, carrots are a root vegetable. I'm sure you see the connection there. And they contain lots of beta carotene, and that is something that helps your body. Your body changes into vitamin A, and then vitamin A is really, really good for your eyes. And there are different colors of the carrots, and the yellow ones I think are really good. They also create something called lutein, I think is what it's called, that helps slow macular degeneration. So that's a good thing to have. Carrots also are packed with antioxidants, and that's going to help you lower the risk to cancer. And carrots are full of fiber, so that's going to help you feel more full and help you regulate your weight. Carrots, oh, so crunchy. They can be sweet. They're very versatile. You can put them into soups, into stews, into casseroles, or you can use them for juicing, or just eat them raw, with some hummus. And which, hummus is made from chickpeas, and that's another thing that comes from the earth. You can think of it as being very, very rooty. So carrots. See if you can get some carrots into your diet this week. I don't know why, but I've just had this desire to juice carrots this week, and so I that's what I'm doing, and I'm loving it. So your chakra food is carrots, and let us know what's your favorite carrot food or dish or whichever, so we can inspire everybody else. Your chakra move of the week, something I have been doing in my Nia classes recently, are lunges, front lunges. So when you step forward with that lead foot, make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle, not in front of your ankle. So that's the first thing is do that. And then as you lower the other knee to the ground and then come back up, and it doesn't have to go all the way down. You just want to lower down and up, push down to come up. Push down to come up. And that is going to actually root through your heel. Root through your heel. And that is going to activate the muscles of your thighs, the base of your body, which we think of as the root of your body. So play with your lunges and have fun with those. As always, feel free to drop me a line or book a complimentary Vibrant for Life breakthrough session with me to learn how we can take you one step further on your path to intentional, vibrant health. Can't wait to be back with you next week. I've got another special guest speaker. Her name is Bridget Belden, and she's got a special message for mothers who want to release the anxiety and the stress that's caused by self-doubt Maybe Rachel should come back for that one too. But self-doubt about their futures. So be sure to look for a promotion about that. Meanwhile, we got to get Rachel on her way and into her group. Kisses once again to you, Rachel.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. So grateful for this wonderful time with you together and with all of you watching. It's such a joy.
Oh, so great to have you. And well, and everybody out there, have a great week. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you next week. Remember, your angels are there to support you, and that a vibrant life is yours for the taking.
Yes.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we stopped the live
You
stream.
rocked it.